Alright guys, this is what we're talking about today. The link between emotions and, you guys know what this word is? Discernment, have you heard of it? Hey?
Just ask the dyslexic guy.
The ability to judge well and make decisions. So what we're talking about today is pretty much emotions. So that means usually when you're at the workplace or even at home, you can take this home with you. Pretty much in a nutshell, we are run by our emotions, right? And whether we're high enthusiastic emotions or low unenthusiastic emotions, whether it's frustration or anger, we're unable to make decisions properly. We're in a high emotional state. Does that make sense? Have you guys ever been angry before with someone and sent them a text message and 5 minutes later regretted it? So what this goes back to is I'll draw a bit of a graph. Excuse my non-straight lines. Sine wave, alternating current. So, high emotional state, low emotional state. Who here's ever been in a very, very high emotional state and thinks they can do anything in the world? Yeah. You can all make poor decisions on high emotions, and you can also make poor decisions in low emotions. So, what I'm referring to with this is, if you're frustrated or angry, whether it's with someone, with a job, you can't figure something out, usually you might get frustrated, angry with yourself because you can't figure out a problem. You're in a low emotional state. Maybe you've had a bad day, maybe the missus is pissed off with you, whatever it is, you're in a low emotional state. You will normally see on a job that when you're faced with a situation you don't understand or can't figure it out and you're in a low emotional state, you'll panic and you won't make the correct decisions, and generally you just go around in circles. I think we've all had that before. We can't think correctly and we don't make the right choice. What do? Try and get into here. As simple as that. If you are feeling high emotions, frustrated, cool off for 5 minutes. That's all you need to do. Cool off for 5 minutes, call someone, say to someone, hey, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I can't figure this out. Just go sit in your car for 5 minutes, chill out, and then reassess it. Now, high emotions doesn't really affect the workplace. High emotions are generally good. It's usually in life decisions where high emotions make you do poor decisions, like buying a fancy car because you got 2 weeks good pay, so you feel rich and you want to go get a car. Usually we're looking at the low emotional state. So we know what to do when yourself is in a low emotional state. Now I want to talk about if you're on site and you are in a high emotional state and the person you're working with is in a low emotional state, or you're in the Goldilocks zone. The worst thing you can tell someone is you're angry, you're upset, what's wrong with you? Why can't you just work harder when they're in a low emotional state? If you're all feeling depressed, you're feeling angry, maybe with your partner, with the job at hand, and someone says, what the fuck's wrong with you? Do your fucking job. What does that do? Puts it down more. What are you going to get out of that? More and more poorer decisions. Is that going to help anyone? No. So what do? I'm going to read this. Remember first, as the number one rule, whenever anyone is in a low emotional state, deal with the emotion first. Don't ever deal with the problem that may be causing the emotion. So if someone's frustrated because they're trying to pull a cable in, they can't pull it and they're getting angry and they're throwing the tools, you don't go up to them and say, oh, you're angry because you can't pull that cable in. You go to them and say, hey, I see you're a bit upset. Is that correct? And they'll usually go, yeah, I am. Instantly, when you actually tell someone the emotion that you're feeling, you automatically move into a higher emotion. Have you guys ever had a situation where someone has done that? You might be angry and someone says, hey, you seem a bit angry today, you all right? And then instantly you feel better? You think you've all sort of experienced that? Yeah. So find the emotion first, signal the emotion, and then ask the person how you can overcome the emotion. So what that means is, hey, I see that you're looking a bit angry or frustrated, and they go, yes. And you go, can I ask you why? What's causing that? Is there anything at home or is it the job? And they go, I can't figure out this circuit, it's fucking ran weird, or you go, okay, let's help you with it. And then automatically, because if you've hired their emotion, because you've signaled the emotion, right? And now they're accepting because they're coming closer to this zone, they're going to be more rational and they're going to listen to what you say. So that is pretty much in a nutshell how to deal with emotions. Cool? Anyone got any questions? From the higher up to, I'll speak to us leadership team. If you ever hear one of our guys in a high emotional state, ask them how they're feeling and how can we help. Don't ever get on the defensive and get angry yourself and frustrated. That's the quickest way to plummet this lower and you're going to get a poorer result. Cool? Cool. That's it, guys. I think. Yep, that's it.